Hey, happy Halloween. I hope you had a wonderful day. It's been an evening around here. The biggest problem was it rained off and on pretty much the entire time. And I think a lot of people decided just to not mess with it because it was raining pretty hard there for a while. And then it would kind of taper off and then it would start again and it was like, it just never really stopped. And it's about 9:30 right now, and it finally has. I think it stopped. Of course, now all the trick-or-treaters are gone. I ended up with a lot of candy left over because I bought extra this year, and I think if it hadn't rained, we would have done a lot better. We still had maybe 40 trick-or-treaters, and every one of them got lots of candy, like just big handfuls. Like, here, actually, let me give you some more. You got room in your bucket? You want a bag? Let me get you a bag. I was giving out as much as I could to every kid. Like, do your parents want some? You want to give? Do they want some? Here, take them some. Like, shit, get it out of my house. And my wig was giving me a headache. Like the wig cap and the wig were giving me a headache, so I had to take those off. But yes, my costume was very cute. It did get wet though, and I had to change like halfway through because like it got wet. I had to take my son. He was going to a party. My younger son wanted to go to this little get together at one of his friends' house. And of course, when we had to go, it started just completely pouring down rain. And it was like kind of rain, like Forrest Gump described, that big old fat rain that is like the instant you step out into it, you are soaked. Like it just completely soaks you within like 2 seconds. And I got wet because I had to go inside and like meet the kids' parents, and then I had to go back out to the car and I was soaked. So I got home and I tried to dry off, but then I got wet. I had to go back out again for something else later and like, so I just went ahead and changed clothes. Like I just went ahead and put something else on because I was just, I don't know. I just felt like a wet dog. Like I at least have to run upstairs and put some dry clothes on. I just don't feel good. I don't like going out and getting rained on and then just like, please let me just change my clothes. So I'm gonna let everything dry out and then wash what needs to be washed and then just put it on eBay, I guess. But right before I started all this, I got a notification from the Better Business Bureau. Like, I have not heard from Paradise Home Improvement all day. And then, I don't want to hear from them now, but like, I have to know what they said. So I have to go into the portal, log into the portal, and read their message. They have agreed to pay the internet bill, that $212 bill or whatever it was. And their reasoning was kind of weird. I don't quite get it. Apparently, they are calling these companies that I sent them the bills for, and if they can speak to someone at the company and get confirmation that it is related to the siding being replaced, they'll pay it. Okay, so I don't know who they talked to at North State. I have no idea. I can't imagine anybody at North State would have told them that because they were very cagey with me. I mean, like they didn't want to give a yay or nay on anything. Like, well, it was plain as day. Yeah, you had to come repair it because the dudes out there freely admitted, yeah, we cut it. We cut the internet cable, the fiber optic thing. Yeah, oh yeah, we cut it. Look, right up there it is. See it dangling up there? Yeah, we did that. Oopsie. They didn't give a shit. I never got an apology. In fact, they lied to my face and told me they didn't cut it. And that sounded like a problem with my internet provider and I needed to talk to them. But when the repairman got out here, they said, oh yeah, we cut it. It's right there. Well, you be honest with him, but not me. I never got an apology or anything. All I ever got was, yeah, things happen. What can you do? Like, well, you cannot fucking cut my cable for one. And the funny thing was where they cut it, it was like they went out of their way to cut it. How did you even cut it there? It wasn't in your way. It's like you did it on purpose. You went out of your way to cut. Anyway, don't get me started. They will not pay the HVAC bill because they said they called the HVAC people and they didn't know anything about it. That's because he wasn't out here to do that. The guy came out here to do the routine. They said, well, it was part of a routine service, so we're not going to pay that. No, what he did was not part of the routine service. But that was only like, it was like $56. But it was not part of the routine service that he was out here to do. It was something totally different. But they refused to pay that. So they're not going to pay that. And they said I need to send in the invoice for the repair of the water damage as soon as possible. Fortunately, tomorrow, I should be getting my cabinets back in tomorrow. So I had plenty of time between trick-or-treaters to get all the stuff back out from under the where the kitchen cabinets go and just get all that out of the way again. And so I have that all cleared out for them. And so they're coming tomorrow. And I also have to take my son's car and get the seals. The seals around his back, the back doors are dry rotted and stretched out. And I'm going to take it to get new seals put on it tomorrow. He's going to pay half of that and I'm going to pay half. So, and then after that, they're coming to put in the cabinets. So hopefully I will be able to get that invoice. But the thing is, what are they going to do? Are they going to call the restoration people and ask them point blank, was this our fault? I mean, I don't know what these conversations are like. And the thing is now, see, I wanted to reply to them about the HVAC thing. Like that one charge on there was not part of the routine service. That was not related to that. That was something totally different. But the Better Business Bureau has locked our dispute now, and I can no longer comment on it. They consider the matter closed, and they said that they will reach out to me for further, if they need me for further comments. Like, no, we're not done here. We're not done here. We haven't even gotten to the big invoice yet, the one for the water damage repair, which is going to be at least almost $2,600. We haven't even gotten to that yet. Why are you closing this? So I don't know why they're closing it, but I can't submit any more documents. It won't let me submit anything. So I don't have it yet anyway, but I'm just curious. Like, I don't want to just send it to Paradise Home Improvement because they'll dick me around and they won't do anything and they will go back to just ignoring me because as far as they're concerned, the matter's closed because the Better Business Bureau has closed out the dispute. Whatever that means. What it means is I'm not allowed to respond anymore and I can't upload any more documents to the Better Business Bureau portal. That's what I gather from that is I have nothing further I can say or do at this point. They've closed it. They won't let me. So it has definitely not been paradise. I can tell you that. It has been hell. But it pissed me off. Like, I have to get that right before, because I was having a good evening. I was having a good time. I had my candy out. I had my little candy bowl all ready, you know, and my extra candy. And I was all happy. And I had my costume on. And I was feeling good, you know. And then the damn email pops up like, ugh. You had to wait until right at 5 o'clock, didn't you? You had to wait until right at 5 to send me this, you piece of shit. Well, I gotta read it. I have to know what they have to say. Ugh. Because it would have bugged me all night. I would have had to look at it. So, my hair's all smushed because it's been in a wig cap. And if I wear a wig cap for a while, it makes my head hurt. It's like a tension headache almost. But this is going to have to be kind of short because I've got to it's a school night. My kids have to go to school in the morning. Neither one of them is going to be in the mood to do it. My older son actually went hiking today with some of his friends, and he's really tired. But he's still up. I hear him. He's in there talking to somebody on the computer or something right now. So, but I got to get my younger son ready for bed. And he had fun at the little party, and they went trick-or-treating, and he came back with a huge bag of candy. Oh, my God. And they had pizza and they played video games. So I think they had a good night. So I'm glad they did. I'm glad. So I took all of my extra candy. What I did was I had a bunch of candy left over because the rain has stopped. And from looking at the forecast, it's not going to rain anymore. The rain is over. I just took it all and put it in just like Walmart bags and just set them on the step. I have like 5 Walmart bags full of candy. Just every kind of candy you could want. And I just set them out like somebody is bound to come by here and grab that. You know damn well somebody's going to come get that. I hope so. What am I getting? It's like 10 pounds of candy. What am I going to do with all that? Lord have mercy. And I do have my little Halloween tradition. It's like my own little tradition where while I'm handing out candy, that's my dinner. Like, I will just sit there and just pick out, just like, ooh, I make sure to have a good mix of candies. And it's like my own little buffet. And I'll just sit there and slowly just make myself sick, just eating candy until I just feel like, I do it every year. Last year, I didn't really have time. I mean, we had so many trick-or-treaters last year, and they started coming like at 4:45. I wasn't even ready, and they're already out there ringing my doorbell like, you're a little early. I mean, that's fine. I mean, it's just hang on a minute. I don't have my candy here at the door, but y'all are a little early, aren't you? But oh, it was a steady stream of kids all night last year, and I did run out of candy. I didn't have time to sit there and snack on the candy. I was constantly handing it out all night until I ran out. And then even after I ran out and you turn the porch lights off, turn all the lights off, they were still ringing my doorbell, knocking on the door like, don't you know, isn't it like a universal thing when you turn your lights off, you're out of candy? I mean, I thought everybody knew that. I bet a dozen more people came and rang my doorbell like, I'm out. So I just didn't go to the door. Like, my lights are out. All the lights are off. We're out. We're tapped out. We got no more. And it was nuts. It was nuts. How many? I bet we had 100 kids come through here last year. This time we might have had 40. Maybe 40. Maybe not quite 40. 35, 40, something like that. Still a decent number, but yeah, we had way more last year. But the rain was just unpredictable. And I think a lot of parents are just like, you know, it's just going to keep raining. Let's just don't bother with it. And a lot of them too, a lot of places around here did their trunk or treat yesterday and like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There were events all over the place where if you don't know what a trunk or treat is, and I don't like that term for some reason, it's like webinar. Like every time I hear it, I just kind of go, you know, like how some people do with the word moist. Like when I hear webinar or trunk or treat, I just kind of, I don't know. There's just something about it that just, it pokes my brain in a way that I don't like. Stop saying that word. I don't know why. It makes me glitch out for a second. But anyway, there were a lot of these functions around town. And a lot of the churches in the area do stuff like that. They're very fond of the trunk or treats, which became popular, you know, a number of years ago. And now a lot of places around here do that. So I'm thinking a lot of parents probably told their kids, like, look, we've Halloweened ourselves out already anyway. It's raining. Let's not do it. You've already been to like 12 trunk or treats. Let's just skip the, you know, going to houses thing. And I think they just decided not to worry about it because of the rain. So I was afraid of that, but yeah, damn. I guess if that candy's still out there in the morning, I don't know what to do with it. I don't want it. I don't want to see any more candy. I've eaten enough candy. I'm sick of candy. Oh, I don't want any more. That was my dinner. I had candy for dinner. And now I feel sick. I do it every year, and every year I say, oh, I am never doing this again. And next year I will, sure as the world, I will do it again. I will do the same thing next year. I do it every year. And I always kind of laugh at myself because I know I'm sitting here like, I'll never do it again. Like, I'll never drink again. You know damn well you will. You're going to be down there with your head on that cold toilet just, oh God. I'm never drinking again. Sure you will. Sure you will. Yeah, give it a month. You'll do it again. Yeah. I got that all out of my system before I turned 21. I did all that, you know, partying and overindulging, and then by the time I turned 21 it was boring. Like I didn't want to do it anymore. I guess once it became legal it wasn't fun anymore. I really don't drink. I don't have anything against it. I'm not a big drinker. It's just not, doesn't really appeal to me. I'd be fine if I never had another drink, another alcoholic beverage. I just don't care. I don't care. I don't have a problem with people drinking. It's just not something that appeals to me. So I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So it was a pretty good night. Hopefully somebody will take all that damn candy. Hopefully somebody hit the jackpot if they come down my street. Get that shit. I left my lights on, so hopefully somebody will stop by. I don't know, though. It's getting kind of late. But it's been like no man's land. I mean, around here, normally you see tons and tons of cars everywhere, people coming in to trick or treat. It really wasn't like that this year at all. It was the rain. It's just people just stayed away. So I don't know. Sometimes the weather just doesn't cooperate. So normally it's pretty good. Normally the weather is pretty good, but this year it just did not. It did not cooperate this year. So, but I'm gonna go. I hope your Halloween was good, or your Monday was good. If you didn't do anything for Halloween, that's totally fine. But I hope your day was really good. I'm gonna go make sure kids are on track to get to bed at some point so they can go to school in the morning. And I know I'm gonna have to listen to them complain in the morning about being tired. I don't feel good. Like, yeah, because you ate like 40 pounds of candy last night. I don't want to go to school, and I have to be like the cheerleader and do the pep rally to get them out of here. And yeah, fun times. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked my costume too, by the way. It was a very cute, very comfortable costume. Everybody that saw it liked it. Although most of the people who saw me thought I was a pirate for some reason. I just went with it. My younger son told me about something. The funniest thing I saw tonight, let me tell you this. The funniest thing I saw tonight was there was a brother and a sister, and they were in an SUV, and they both had on inflatable Tyrannosaurus costumes. And they had to like jump in the back of this SUV. They had the seats laid down, and they would just slowly drive from one street to another. And watching them trying to get out of the back of this SUV in those costumes. Sorry. It was the funniest thing. I didn't get a video of it because, you know, people probably are not terribly fond of strangers videotaping their children. So, but it was funny as hell watching them try to get out of there. And their mom was trying to help them out. And they were all laughing. They were having fun. And then watching them run down the street in their little costumes. And they were chasing each other. It was so funny. But my younger son told me, he said, I saw the funniest thing. I wish I had seen this. He said there was a golf cart that came down the street that his friend lived on. He was at his friend's house, you know. He said this golf cart came down the street and it had 4 people in those inflatable Tyrannosaurus costumes. And there were 4, so it was like 4 T-Rexes going down the road in a golf cart, and they were playing Christmas music. And they just went, bzzz. They didn't stop. They just... He said it was so funny. They're just rocking out in there to Christmas music. You can't get away from that Christmas music. Boy, it'll start in full force tomorrow. Once Halloween's over, you're going to get railroaded by Christmas from here on out till December 25th. You're going to get run over by Christmas. And if you work in retail, my thoughts and prayers are with you. Lord, I remember what it was like. You are a captive audience to damn Mariah Carey and every other Christmas song ad nauseum. Rocking around the Christmas tree. I don't care if I never hear that song again. When I worked in retail, oh my God, I hated it. From about the beginning of November until Christmas, it was just Christmas music all day long at work. It was awful. Like, I don't ever want to hear that song again. So my thoughts are with you, because I know, and people get so grouchy, grouchier than normal. I mean, they're bad enough anyway. They get around the holidays, they get especially bitchy. And I just want you to know, I feel for you. I really do. And I'm thinking about you, and you don't deserve the shit you're going to have to put up with. You truly don't. And I'm really sorry. On behalf of every consumer, I am very sorry for the shit that you have to deal with. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Tomorrow it begins. So thank you so much for being here. I really hope that you have a wonderful day. I'll see you again soon.